Hey guys, this is James with RK Motors. Today we are going to be taking out some cars for some running footage. We've had some rainy weather the past couple weeks, and so we've got quite the backlog to catch up on. So we're actually going to start out with this wonderful 61 Impala right back there. It's a 6.0 liter, and we're going to go outside with Dylan, our video guy back here, and get the kind of standard rolling, starting, driving footage. But I figured I'd take you guys along and show the whole process and, you know, talk about how each one drives. All right, so this 61 has air ride, which you can actually hear the compressor is pumping up right now. They've got to get enough pressure to fill the airbags. I aired it all the way up to make sure that we could actually clear, because it gets low. But it's a 6.0 liter, and it's got a nice little rumble to it. Now obviously your ride's gonna be a little different aired up versus aired down. I like about a midway point on these things, but whenever I take these things out, I always give it a little run to make sure the engine gets some time to warm up, give the compressors time to air up so we don't have to worry about the sound, and then we'll get rolling. The next thing we do is we get under the hood here and get some footage of this thing idling, which we're gonna get with the nice fancy camera, not this thing. The reason we do that is that, you know, if you're overseas or something, we want to make sure you know that it idles well and that it runs good and that it's not having any ticks or squeaks or that kind of stuff. Now it's ready to roll. Good stance on it. Not too low for driving around, but not standing up in the air. Good looking car. Alright, so the part we do after is the actual driving footage, which is mainly kind of a launch in the back lot. I try to find a balance between, I want a spirited launch, but I'm not trying to burn the tires off anything because, you know, we want to take care of these cars. But this car is very, very drivable. It's got the 6 liter and it sounds fantastic. It's got a 4-speed automatic. That air ride suspension, it just kind of glides along, so it's a real smooth ride. Get that compressor kicking back on to make sure we got enough if we want to raise up the suspension a little bit more. You do sacrifice a little bit of turning radius for the low ride height when you're like this, but I mean, if you're going for that style, then that's kind of not really a main concern of yours. But this thing's got a really good power band and just overall drivability. It doesn't just want to launch and be uncomfortable. It can cruise in the slow areas, and it's got the power to get up and move on the highway too. So I like it. This is one of my favorite ones we've had in a while. So our next one to take out is this 68 Bronco. It's 289. It's actually a 3-speed automatic. The other one we have is a 3-speed manual. Now, if you really want to learn more about this, though, Josh did a really good breakdown on this thing in, I want to say, our second vlog. So I'm going to take this for a little drive, but I figured I'd show the interior real quick. Cool thing about the Broncos is they're meant to be very utilitarian, so it's kind of very bare bones. This one's got the dual fuel tanks, which I think we focused on in the last video. So you got the switch over there for that. You know, your basic lights, fan high, low, you know, temperature right there. This one does have some upgraded speakers, everything in it. But otherwise, it's, you know, a very kind of utilitarian, bare bones truck. The 3-speed auto is nice. You don't worry about shifting. Typically, these are a 3-speed manual, which is a on the tree, which is something most people don't know how to drive anymore. But the auto you don't have to worry about. It is, you know, an old truck, and these old trucks have a very unique way of driving. They're bouncy. But if you like old trucks, it's kind of part of the appeal. The short wheelbase on this, along with the elevated ride height, makes it be kind of springy. But I mean, it was designed to kind of get over obstacles and get through things. This has the 289, like I said, which is the V8, the same platform they had in the Mustangs, which is plenty of power for a vehicle that is essentially just, you know, a small metal box on wheels. So, you know, you're not trying to like race light to light in this thing, but for getting around in an old truck, it works great. So yeah, this is a great little truck. You know, perfect little truck for the beach. So you know, put your kids in the back, put a cooler behind that, go cruise a strip, you know, and have a great time with it. So, but we're gonna grab the next vehicle and see what we got to take out. All right, so our next one is this 1996 Corvette Grand Sport. You gotta kind of dig the whole red, white, and blue motif. I mean, like torch red interior. This has got the LT4 350 and a 6-speed auto. So I personally always love driving these Corvettes. I think they are the absolute best bang for the buck that you can get when it comes to a sports car. And I mean, this whole kind of transition period in the 90s from the 80s to the early 2000s, the designs are cool. Adjustable seats, 6-speed manual. Very cool car. Let's go see how she runs. So yeah, I think these are like a lot of fun, like Corvettes in general, but they're the best bang for your buck in sports cars, in my opinion. And it has some get up and go. Good solid shifter. Like you don't feel like you're gonna miss a gear. The throw is not too long. It feels good. This generation of Corvettes, I feel like, is getting more and more love now. They're kind of growing in popularity. I think it's well deserved. They've not been as popular as other generations, but these are very cool, fun drivers. And I mean, people will say like, okay, well, it's not as fast as like the modern stuff, but it's not always just about which generation is the fastest. This one's just a fun generation to drive. And this one drives great. It's like a brand new car. All right, guys, that wraps up our day taking stuff outside to get running footage. Hope you enjoyed it, and we're always open to feedback. We want to make these vlogs be something that you guys really enjoy and kind of gives you a little inside knowledge of what we do here at RK. So if you guys have any suggestions, any kind of comments, anything, feel free to drop it down below. If you just found our channel, give us a subscribe. That always helps. We're gonna be dropping our showcase spotlight videos with Josh, and we're gonna be doing our normal videos about the cars that you just saw us shoot. And yeah, so give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. All right? Thank you guys. See you soon.